And joining me from the Padmanabha Swami temple, outside that temple, is my colleague Uma Sudhir, who's flown into Kerala to track all the voting and the politics of Kerala playing out. Uma, a fascinating contest there, of course, far more politically aware, politically involved state than any in India, Kerala. How are the voting percentages there so far? I mean, in the past, and what's the message there to the voters of Kerala who will exercise their franchise tomorrow?
Veera, as you mentioned, Kerala much more politically aware and very involved and engaged. In fact, there's a joke that always does the round, saying that in Kerala you could be discussing about Czechoslovakia or about Russia, and the family can get into an argument about the politics that happens. And now, of course, closer home, whether it's the BJP, the left leading, or the Congress, people are aware. They read. The Chai Kada is some place where even now, if you go, there will be those political debates that are happening. And yes, as compared to Bengaluru, Thiruvananthapuram always having been doing very well on the voting front. 73% and more is what they did in 2019, and the state's own voting percentage also good. Of course, the rest of the country, we are blaming the weather for it, but this time round in Kerala, in fact, the election and political heat has been much more than before. If you were to see election campaigns in Kerala earlier, they would be rather sober, but this time perhaps it is the BJP effect, perhaps it is the Narendra Modi effect, Rajiv Chandrasekhar effect here in Thiruvananthapuram, that you see much more glitzy, much more glam, and you can't but help look at the kind of campaigns that they carried out. And there is such a high pitch that everyone perhaps started talking about, yes, what I need to do. Already they were, that they are politically thinking about who they have been wanting to vote for and talking about the issues. Interestingly, not just Kerala's own issues, but what happened in Manipur, the killings in Manipur, whether it's a CAA, several other national issues, the Kerala story as well. All of that have come into play as issues in this particular election that people are talking about. And of course, in Thiruvananthapuram, where perhaps the hottest of all the contests is going to be happening with Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who wants to get a fourth term in office, being challenged by Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Union Minister, and of course a veteran from the CPI, Mr. P. Ravindran. So all that action unfolding, and I can tell you that even though the normal crowd is there for the Padmanabha Swami temple, everyone seems very enthusiastic that they are going out and voting in this election. In fact, I know of family members and friends who are flying in from Bengaluru and elsewhere because they have their vote here.
Well, fascinating stories there of people flying in from different parts to go out and vote. If you're sitting in the city, all you need to go out and vote. Weather, of course, has been intermittent there in Kerala, right? It's been raining sometimes, hot other times. But thanks very much, Uma. We'll keep tracking all the latest with you from Kerala all through tomorrow.